Hello friends, welcome to Infinite Coaching Classes. Today we are going to discuss Biology Chapter 2, Kingdom Classification 1. So let's see. Section 1. Name the following. The highest rank in classification. Answer is Kingdom. Next question. Act of putting organisms into groups based on their characteristics. Answer is classification. Next question. Cells that lack a well-defined nucleus. Answer is prokaryotic cells. Next question. The system of giving two names to an organism. Answer is binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. Next question. The kingdom comprising of prokaryotes. Answer is kingdom Monera. Next question. A unicellular fungi. Answer is Yeast. Next question. The vitamin produced by friendly bacteria that lives in human intestine. Answer is vitamin B complex and vitamin K. Next question. False feet in Amoeba. Answer is pseudopodia. Next question. Choose the correct option. Which of the following is the lowest level in the classification system? Answer is options are species, kingdom, family, order. Answer is species. Next question. Which of the following is autotroph? Answer is an autotroph. Options are fungi, algae, amoeba, rhizobium. Answer is algae. Next question. Which kingdom compiles unicellular organism with a well-defined nucleus? Which kingdom comprises unicellular organisms with a well-defined nucleus? Options are Protista, Plantae, Animalia, Monera. Answer is Protista. Next question. Under unfavourable condition, amoeba reproduces by regeneration, binary fission, multiple fission, budding. Answer is binary fission. Next question. A symbiotic bacteria is E. coli, Lactobacillus, Clostridium, Rhizobium. Answer is Rhizobium. Next question. State whether the following statements are true or false. If false, rewrite the correct statement by changing the first or last words. The mode of nutrition in amoeba is saprozoic. Answer is false. Correct statement is the mode of nutrition in amoeba is holozoic. Next question. In Homo sapiens, Homo refers to name of species. Answer is false. Correct statement is in Homo sapiens, Homo refers to name of genus. Next question. Vaccines are weakened or killed germs. Answer is true. Next question. Amoeba is an eukaryotic. Eukaryotic. Answer is false. Correct statement is Amoeba is a prokaryote. Next question. A network of hyphae is called mycelium. Answer is true. Next question. Mosses and ferns do not bear flowers. Answer is true. Next question. Cycas is a flower bearing plant. Answer is true. Next question. Match the following. Rhizopus, fungus, penicillin, antibiotic, rhizobium, symbiotic bacteria, Entamoeba, parasite, pine, cone bearing. Next question. State the function or use of the following. Flagella. It helps in the movement of Euglena. Next question. Vaccine. Answer is these are injected into the human blood streams so that the body develops immunity against infectious diseases. Next question. Pseudopodia. Answer. It helps in the movement of amoeba. Next question. Yeast. It is used in baking industry to make bread, pizza base, cakes and other wheat-based products. It is also used to produce alcoholic beverages like wine and beer. Next question. Lactobacillus. Answer is it is used domestically for converting milk into curd. Next question. Choose the odd one from the following sets and give reason for the same. Paramoecium, Amoeba, Lactobacillus, Euglena. Answer is Lactobacillus. Reason. Rest all belongs to Kingdom Protista, but Lactobacillus belongs to Kingdom Monera. Next question. Cilia, flagella, hyphae, pseudopodia. Answer is hyphae. Reason. Rest all are the locomotory organs of the protists, but hyphae is a vegetative body of fungi. Next question. Moss, mould, mushroom, yeast. Answer is moss. Reason. Rest all belongs to the kingdom fungi, but moss belongs to kingdom plantae. Next question. Liverwort, fern, algae, amoeba. Answer is amoeba. Reason. Rest all belongs to the kingdom plantae, but amoeba belongs to kingdom protista. Next question. Pine, mango, cycas, fir. Answer is mango. Reason. Rest all are cone bearing plants, but mango is a flower bearing plant. Next question. Ingestion, digestion, respiration, assimilation. Answer is respiration. Reason: rest all are the steps of nutrition in amoeba, whereas respiration is not. Next question. Complete the following by filling the blanks numbered 1 to 5 with the appropriate term. Protists are decks, prokaryotic or eukaryotic containing a well-defined nucleus in their cells, while decks, Euglena or amoeba moves with the help of pseudopodia. Paramoecium has hair-like structures all over its body called decks. Cilia or flagella. Entamoeba is a dex, saprophytic or parasitic protist causing amoebasis. Dex, Chlamydomonas or Euglena is a unique protist which is both autotrophic and heterotrophic. Answer is protists are eukaryotic containing a well-defined nucleus in their cells, while amoeba moves with the help of pseudopodia. Paramoecium has hair-like structures all over its body called cilia. Entamoeba is a parasitic protist causing amoebasis. Euglena is a unique protist which is both autotrophic and heterotrophic. Next question. Section 2. Define the following terms. Eukaryote. Eukaryotes are the organisms made up of eukaryotic cells. Heterotroph. These are the organisms which cannot make their own food and depends upon other organisms for food. Binary fusion. Binary fusion is a method of reproduction in amoeba which takes place during favorable conditions. Mycelium. A network of hyphae is called mycelium. Dicots. Plants with seeds having two cotyledons are called dicotyledonous plants or dicots. Dicotyledonous plants or dicots. Different between the following based on what is given in the bracket. Differentiate between the following based on what is given in the bracket. Prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Nuclear reason. Prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells do not have a well-defined nucleus. That means the DNA lies freely in the cytoplasm. Eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells have a well-defined membrane-bound nucleus along with nucleus and the DNA nucleolus and the DNA lying in its nucleoplasm. Next question. Autotrophic bacteria and saprophytic bacteria. Definition. Autotrophic bacteria. These bacteria make their own food by using inorganic compounds or sunlight. Saprotrophic saprophytic bacteria. These bacteria derive nutrition from dead and decaying organic metals. Binary fusion and multiple fusion. Number of offspring produced. Binary fusion. In this method, two daughter cells are produced from a single parent. Multiple fusion. In this method, a number of daughter cells are produced from a single parent. Next question. Mosses and ferns. Body structure. Mosses. Mosses are small, soft, terrestrial plants that do not have true roots, stems, or leaves. Ferns. Ferns are terrestrial plants that have distinct roots, stems, and leaves. Dicots and monocots. Example. Dicots. Example of dicots are beans, oats, tomato, pea, and onion, garlic, etc. Monocots. Example of monocots are maize, wheat, rice, barley, sugarcane, bamboo, etc. Next question. Give two examples of each of the following. Bacteria. Lactobacillus, Streptococcus. Next question. Algae. Spirogyra, Chlamydomonas. Next question. Fungi. Yeast, Penicillium. Next question. Protist. Amoeba, Paramoecium. Next question. Fungal diseases. Atlas foot, ringworm. Next question. Short answer questions. List all the levels of biological classification of organisms from lowest to highest. Answer is the different level of classifications are species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Next question. What is classification? Classification is the process of putting organisms into groups based on their characteristics. Next question. Name the 5 kingdoms proposed by Whittaker. Answer is the 5 kingdoms proposed by Whittaker are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Next question. Name 5 free living and 1 symbiotic bacteria. Answer free living bacteria Clostridium, symbiotic bacteria Rhizobium. Next question. What are antibiotics? Antibiotics are chemical substances obtained from microbes including bacteria, which inhibit the growth of other diseases causing microorganisms. Next, disease causing microorganism. Next question. How does Paramoecium locomote? Paramoecium has hair-like structures called cilia scattered all over its body, which helps it to move. Next question. Give any two features of ferns. Answer is ferns are terrestrial plants that have distinct roots, stems, and leaves. These plants have simple conducting tissues for transporting water and food. Next question. How does amoeba ingest its food? Answer is when an amoeba senses food, it develops pseudopodia in the direction of the food particle. The pseudopodia engulf the food particle and fuses over it to form a food vacuole in the cytoplasm. Next question. State two features of the Kingdom Plantae. Answer is Kingdom Plantae consists of multicellular organisms that are autotrophic in their mode of nutrition. They contain chlorophyll, which helps them to make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. And next question. Long answer questions. What is binomial nomenclature? What are the rules of binomial nomenclature? Answer is Linus introduced the binomial system of naming organisms. This system is called the binomial nomenclature. According to this system, every organism is assigned two names, a generic name and a specific name. The first name is the genus name and begins with a capital letter. The second name is the species name and begins with a small letter. Both the names are mostly written in Latin. Scientific names are always printed in italics. If handwritten, the two names are underlined separately. State the advantages of classifying the living organism. Answer is classification of organisms is helpful. Classification of organisms is helpful in the following ways. It helps in identifying organisms and categories them into groups. It makes the study of living organisms easier. It helps to name, remember, and easily study about the different organisms. It helps to recognize the relationship among various groups of organisms. It helps to trace common features between organisms and chart their evolutionary history. It provides information about plants and animals living in different geographical regions. It helps in understanding how complex organisms must have evolved from simpler ones. It also serves as a base of studying other related sciences such as environmental biology, biogeography, and ecology. Next question. Bacteria and amoeba are single-celled organisms, yet they are placed in different kingdoms. Justify. Answer is bacteria cells are prokaryotic. Such the nuclear material is not enclosed within a nuclear membrane, and it lies freely within the cytoplasm. The bacterial cells also lack cell organelles. Amoeba, on the other hand, belongs to Kingdom Protista and are eukaryotes. That means their cells contain a well-defined prominent nucleus. Along with this, it contains several membrane-bound cell organelles such as mitochondria and Golgi body. It is because of this structural difference bacteria and amoeba are placed in different kingdoms. Next question. Describe the criteria on which five kingdoms have been classified. Answer is Whittaker has classified the five kingdoms on the basis of the following criteria: complexity of the cell structure based on the presence or absence of a true nucleus. Cells of all organisms may be either prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Complexity of body organization. Living organisms may be unicellular or multicellular depending on the number of cells that make up their body. Mode of nutrition. These are two modes of nutrition: autotrophic and heterotrophic. Next question. Explain the different modes of nutrition in protists. Nutrition in protists can be either autotrophic, heterotrophic, or parasitic. Autotrophic protists. Euglena is a unique protist as it can be both autotrophic and heterotrophic according to its need for nutrition. It uses its chloroplast to produce food through photosynthesis. However, in the absence of sunlight, it becomes heterotrophic. Heterotrophic protist. Paramoecium and Amoeba are the heterotrophic protists. They feed on microbes, organisms such as microscopic organisms such as bacteria and algae. Parasitic protists. Some protists are parasitic, that means they derive their nutrition from other organisms. Parasitic protists generally cause diseases in animals, including human beings. Plasmodium is a parasitic protist that causes malaria in human beings. Entamoebic causes amoebasis. Mention 3 ways each by which bacteria and fungi causes harm to the environment. Bacteria can be harmful in the following ways. Some bacteria grow on days old vegetables and fruits, even meat, bread, and other perishable food items. This food gets spoiled and becomes unfit for consumption. Some bacteria produce certain harmful chemicals called toxin in food. When these food items are consumed, food poisoning occurs. Many bacteria are known to cause several diseases in plants, animals, and humans. Fungi are also known to be harmful. Molds grow on moist food substances such as bread, fruits, vegetables, and spoil food products. They cause spoilage and ultimately destruction of non-food substances such as textile, wool, paper, furniture, and even shoes. Fungi can also cause human diseases such as athlete's foot, oral thrush, and ringworm. Next question. Draw neat and leveled diagram of bacteria and amoeba. Describe the different groups of non-flowering plants. Non-flowering plants are of 3 types based on their complexity of the plant body: algae, moss, and liverworts, and ferns. Algae. These are the simple, mostly aquatic plant characterized by an undifferentiated plant body called thallus. They do not bear roots, stems, or leaves. They also lack tissues for conducting water. Liverwort and mosses. Liverworts have a simple body consisting of a leaf-like structure called thallus that spreads above the ground. It also has thread-like structure called rhizomes that anchor it to the ground. Mosses are small, soft, terrestrial plants that grow in damp areas. They do not have true root stems or leaves. It does not have root-like stem and leaf-like appendages. The plant body bears thread-like structures called rhizomes by which it is fixed into the soil. These plants lack conducting tissues for transporting food and water. Ferns are terrestrial plants that have distinct roots, stems, and leaves. These plants have simple conducting tissues for transporting water and food. Next question. Picture study. The figure below shown an organism belonging to Kingdom Fungi. Study the same and answer the following question. Identify the organism's state 2 of its characteristics features. Rhizopus. Its characteristics features are: it is a fungus that grows on organic matter such as stale bread or rotten fruit. They appear as a cottony mass that consists of thread-like multicellular filaments called hyphae. Label the parts numbered 1, 2, 3. 1. Sporangium. 2. Spores. 3. Sporangiophore. How does this organism obtain nutrition? Rhizopus is saprophytic, so it depends on dead or decaying plant and animals for nutrition. What will happen to part level 1 after being liberated? Answer is: the spores after being liberated germinate on a favorable organic medium and grow into a new individual. Study the picture given below and answer the question that follow. What is the woody structure shown in the above picture called? Answer is: the woody structure shown in the above picture is called pine cone. Next question. Name the plant and state whether it bears the following. Answer: it's a pine cone. Pine. A. Flower. It does not bear. B. Seed. It does not bear. C. Seed. It does bear. C. Fruit. It does not bear. Next question. Name another plant with similar features and belonging to the same category. Answer is: another plant with similar feature and belonging to the same category is Cycas. Next question. Given below is the figure of an organism belonging to the Kingdom Protista. Study the figure and answer that follow. Name the organism in the picture. Answer is: the organism in the picture is Amoeba. Next question. Label the parts denoted as 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1. Plasma membrane. 2. Nucleus. 3. Pseudopodia. 4. Food vacuole. What is the function of the part labeled as 3? Answer is: it helps in the locomotion of amoeba. Next question. How do exchange of gases occur in the organism? Answer is: exchange of gases in amoeba occurs by diffusion through the cell membrane. Insert question. Bacteria are DEX microscopic organisms. They can be harmful as well as DEX in many ways. A bacterial cell resembles plant cell in having DEX. Bacterial cells do not have true DEX and lack membrane-bound DEX. The rod-shaped bacteria are called DEX. Answer is bacteria are unicellular. Bacteria are unicellular microscopic organisms. They can be harmful as well as beneficial in many ways. A bacterial cell resembles plant cell in having cell wall. Bacterial cells do not have true nucleus and lack membrane-bound cell organelles. The rod-shaped bacteria are called cell organelles, are called bacillus. Next question. Name the bacteria that are responsible for each of the following conditions. Spoilage of food, Clostridium botulinum, causing cholera. Vibrio cholerae, making curd. Lactobacillus, living symbiotically in root nodules of legume. Rhizobium, synthesis of vitamin B. Answer is E. coli. Next question. Correct the false statement by changing the underlined words. Toadstools are edible fungus. Answer is false. Mushroom are edible fungus. Next question. The mould commonly growing on bread is called polyporous. Answer is false. The mould commonly growing on bread is called bread mold. Next question. Fungi are a group of prokaryotic organisms. Answer is false. Fungi are a group of eukaryotic organisms. Symbiosis is the mutually beneficial relationship between plant roots and some fungi. Answer is true. Next question. Yeast is used in the preparation of antibiotics. Answer is false. Yeast is used in the preparation of bread. That's all for this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.